Meanwhile, there's a lot more cooking in the region. The long-promised peace deal, for instance, the one that Donald Trump's son-in-law and top advisor on Middle East, Jared Kushner, has been working on. It's a $50 billion economic peace plan that Washington says will build, quote-unquote, a prosperous and vibrant Palestinian society. What is it all about and how successful can it be? Our West Asia Bureau Chief Daniel Pagani brings us this report. Take a look.
Peace to prosperity is how the White House named the economic part of the much-awaited deal of the century. The broad plan which the United States administration says could solve once and for all the Israel-Palestine conflict. Jared Kushner, President Trump's son-in-law and the mastermind of the plan, is confident that the world will welcome what he considers a win-win proposal.
The plan would invest about $50 billion in the region. It would create 1 million jobs in the West Bank and Gaza. It would take their unemployment rate from about 30% to single digits. It would reduce their poverty rate by half if it's implemented correctly. It's a 10-year plan. It would double their GDP. We've had it peer-reviewed now by about a dozen economists in a dozen countries, and we're very excited to put it forward.
More than half of the $50 billion will be spent in Palestine over 10 years, and the remaining in Egypt, Lebanon and Jordan. The plan draws a detailed pathway for these investments. It proposes the implementation of high-speed connectivity, the creation of a high-quality university and a general improvement of the education sector. It pushes on the developing of an e-government transparent mechanism. Among the many infrastructure it plans, there is a $5 billion travel corridor from Gaza to the West Bank and major projects to provide more drinking water and electricity to the Gaza Strip. The business proposal is appealing and would benefit the Palestinian people. It would help them fight widespread corruption and reduce unemployment. But expectations remain very low. Many say the plan is unrealistic and relies on failed projects. The first challenge will be to find investors willing to foot a bill for which the United States itself is not keen at the moment to put any money. But the problem is larger than business, and the proposed travel corridor between Gaza and the West Bank may sum it up very well. First of all, it would pose a security concern to Israel.
I think the idea of a completely autonomous road between Gaza and South Mount Hebron and the West Bank should be completely off the table. Let them figure it out. Gaza will be in touch with Egypt and the West Bank will be in some connection with the area of Jordan. They anyway don't see themselves as one people. A road will not solve any problem for them, but will cause damages to us.
And it would also be of little use as long as Israel and Egypt impose a full air, land and sea blockade on citizens of Gaza. And here lies the problem. The Israel-Palestine conundrum is political rather than economic.
Yeah, I would say that the political side and the economic side are two very robust efforts, and to digest both of them at one time would be very, very hard. So it was necessary, I think, to break them up. So the question is, which one do you put first? Our thought was that it was better to put the economic plan first. It's less controversial. Let's let people study it, give feedback. Let's try to finalize if we can all agree on what that could look like in the event of a peace agreement. And then what we'll do is we'll move forward.
It'll be difficult to convince investors to pitch in without addressing the core issues of the Israel-Palestine conflict, such as agreed borders, security for citizens of both sides, terrorism, Palestinian refugees, settlements, and the most complicated of them all, the status of the holy and contested city of Jerusalem. West Asia Bureau, WION, World is One.